Recording. Okay, here I am at the Vanishing Point with Mr. Chris Bowman.
Right.
How are you?
Hello, Peter. How are you?
Good, good. We're here looking at his beautiful audio, well, it's not audio, it's visual text piece, which is a film which is screening down on a raised platform, which you refer to as a tablet.
Yes, I mean, it's effectively it's working around the metaphor of a water basin.
A water basin, right.
Which one would encounter in Japanese Buddhist temples.
Which you said people wash their hands.
Yeah,
so that's cool. So it's not something where you don't just look at. You can actually get in there and
you can.
Yeah, that's nice. It's nice, and it's always a beautiful, peaceful.
Well, it depends, I suppose. It's raining.
Okay, well, the raindrops are beautiful. I mean, you've caught that in the vision as well. So we've got these sort of shimmering film of a bamboo forest.
Yeah, these are references. The poem itself
is a Japanese poem by the
Penzer.
Yeah. He references those natural.
He references natural phenomena. The interpretation of the video clips are personal.
Yeah.
Recordings and experiences that I thought that Miyazaki Kenji, who is now dead, he died in the middle of the 20th century, had an experience. The poem itself is a reconstruction of the text. It works as a pictorial composition.
Why didn't you disrupt the text? Why is the text always visible? Why doesn't it go all liney like the visual sometimes do?
Well, it's a relationship because the work is around interconnectivity. There are different sort of different forms of disturbance that exist within the work. The overall exhibition is has an overall theme of disturbance.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Why didn't you just disturb the text and just either obliterate the text or play with the text a bit more?
The text has been manipulated. It's dependent on a number of dependent on different forms of interference, if you like, or disturbance.
How many people are in the actual space?
Yeah, depending on the amount of people in the space. It's also dependent on light within the space itself. And so it's working with those kind of variables. And that influences the work. So in other words, the work is, if you view the work at different times of the day, you'll experience the work in different forms.
Now, you've worked with Brendan, you've worked towards exhibiting it in a public art gallery.
Yes.
Do you see it going to other public spaces like corporate buildings, or?
I think it has the potential possibly to go into a corporate environment.
As a contemplative thing for the workers?
As a place of contemplation.
Yeah. As well as a conventional temple? Would a Buddhist temple be open to something like this? Or is it too high tech?
It's an interesting one. It would depend on I imagine it would depend on whether the director of the temple was.
Yeah, if he was computer savvy or...
They'd be interested in that sort of...
Well, I mean, look, my first impression was it was a beautiful film which was being shown in an unorthodox way. You walk around it like it's a coffee table. So it just beguiles you. And it's not something where you're thinking, okay, well, is there a story there? Do I have to read the words that much? But some of the writing is quite beautiful. As I breathe the sky anew. I mean, so you've heard a lot of people's comments about it. What's the sort of main feedback you're getting from this piece?
The main feedback that I've been getting is that people would like to see it in a larger space, or a space not necessarily which is larger.
You mean a larger projection?
Possibly using multiple projections, being able to control the environment. We have a lot of ambient sound, which is intentional, ambient light, which is living in this space, and again, that's intentional at this stage of the art world.
Right. it's just quite beautiful. It's quite elegant the way you've split the tablet in two, and the visuals are just so gently beautiful. They mesmerise, and then you know, your source of inspiration, the poem. So thanks, Chris, and
No problem.
we look forward to seeing more of your projects. That's all.
See how you...
Okay, here I am now, still at the Vanishing Point, and I'm discussing, well, I'm being a part of Brendan Penzer's phenomenology machine. Phenomenology machine.
1.0.
Okay, which is a prototype for some more interactive machine. But I'll let Brendan tell me all about it as I prepare myself to turn it on.
Yeah, you go for it.
So Brendan, the initial idea came from...
Well, you know, the initial idea is to create an experience for the art viewer, or experiencer as I like to call them, to come into an artwork where their body and their mind completes the work, and their interaction with it is integral to that completion of the work. So you come into this space.
I feel like I'm in a Doctor Who set.
Well, some people have called it a bit of a shower recess.
Yeah, with the shower cubicle thing with the... Yeah.
Some people have thought it was a bit like a World War II kind of determined machine that kills people.
Yeah, well, this is the deal, Brendan. I'm aware that I've got to use all my senses and turn this thing on. Will I be creating a circuit? Will I be actually a live circuit?
You will be completing a circuit, but your body won't be part of that circuit. No, in order to complete the circuit, all you've got to do is press down those buttons.
Yeah.
And the circuit is within that manifold, which you're
My
touching.
body's not part of the manifold.
No, not at all.
Okay, well, just give me a few seconds because I'm a bit nervous because I don't understand it all. This is all too scientific, but if I press both of these red buttons, the machine comes to life.
In one respect, yes, certainly.
Okay, well, give it a go.
Yeah, you go for it.
All right, here I'm going to interact. Okay, here it goes. Oh God! Hey, there's fog on one side, and you've lost. Oh, here it comes.
Here it comes.
Wow, it's still a bit like a Doctor Who set. You know, mixed like with a disco, like a cheap disco in Spain. Is that what you're hoping for?
Well, you know, when it's fully working, the lights aren't so bright.
Yeah.
In order to get this video, we've turned the lights up.
Oh, yeah.
So when you walk in here, the lights are very dim. When you go past this threshold, which is about here, the lights turn on, and you're faced with this.
Oh, with myself.
With this reflection of yourself. Yeah.
That's confronting. Well,
Very
Brendan,
confronting.
it's an amazing machine. It's going to tour Australia next year.
Well, it will tour in some respects, but it's part of an initial research project into making something which is quite different. It's going to be an ecological art gallery, a mobile ecological art gallery
with a very small carbon.
It will be an artwork. But it will function as a mobile studio and art gallery.
And you'll be rocking around Australia?
Yeah, fully powered by sun power, wind power, and all these other powers that we can capture.
Harness.
Harvest.
Or capture.
Harvest.
Or harvest.
Yeah. And we'll do that. I've got the help of a few other people like Gilbert and Dan and
You're going to do a doco about it? Or?
Well, I'd like to, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Well, thanks, mate. I think we're out of time, but that's cool. That's really cool.
Awesome.
Cheers,
Thanks,
Brendan.
mate.